Hello everybody, Kayn here and welcome to another video of Art of Conquest. In this one we have two new events to talk about. First event is Floating Island. So when I've seen this event, I kind of facepalmed. We already have this event in the game in terms of Prison Break, but they changed the visuals or so, which are kind of better than it was, but then they added two additional stages. So it takes about 20 plus minutes to clear it now, opposed to like 10 to 15. However, the rewards are not too shabby since you're gonna be able to do this 7 times in 7 days. So a total, I suppose, rewards of rare prison boxes should be about 350, 370 that we get across all 7 days. So it's about 50 or so per day. And we're gonna get about 12 to 16 hours of rush as well. I think 15 hours of rush per day. So about maybe 4 to 5 days of rush throughout the 7 days as well. As well as we get some coins which we can use to exchange in this event. There are some good rewards here in terms of Divine Relic, a new artifact, cosmic materials as well, rushes, true prism even, and all of that kind of good stuff. So this kind of makes it pretty worth it, but boy, do we have to work for those things. Like, really. Aside from that, we have another event called Cloud Realm. This is currently seeming to be as a pay to win or rather purchase event or so. You get one daily for free, so that's about 7 or so free throughout this event. However, you're able to get them from a few particular events like fireworks right now, which I have already gotten mine, where is it, 4 of them as well. And of course, I think, no, I don't think, yeah, you can get them from Cosmic Flip. I didn't get any from here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. However, in the next 1 to 2 days, you're gonna get dice for armory materials, and you're gonna be able to get some telescopes there as well, to my knowledge. I think the maximum amount will be 100 of these telescopes, and 100 is like close to 300 bucks worth. For spending, I think 36,000 linari, if I recall what somebody told me. So yeah, that's actually a pretty huge amount. However, is it worth it? The thing is, to say whether or not it's worth it, we have to check the question mark right here. And there is a number 5. Unused telescopes and materials will be kept when the event ends, but all mica stones will be removed. And you get mica stones whenever a telescope is used to explore. So what I mean by mica stones is those like sigils or whatever right here that you spend in the shop. So one thing is for certain, this event will come back. So assumingly the rewards will change in the shop and likely be better in the future. So with that information, some decisions might not be good to make right now. Some decisions might be better if you'd wait. It really depends when it's gonna come out, what resources will it have, and whether or not it will be better than it appearing during the anniversary. I mean, it could appear during the next half anniversary, so that's like friggin' maybe 6 months away, or just in a span of maybe 2, 3, or whatever months. Nobody yet knows. So you have to remember that there are some nuances there which could work. However, there is an event with like an astral or whatever exploration. They said they would come back. People saved like hundreds of those things, and then it just went poof, and it's non-existent right now. So also have to be aware of that. So we have a shop where you can exchange the stuff, or rather the sigils or mica stones, which you got from using telescopes. So my valuing in terms of this entire shop is pretty simple. I think the highest value is you get from custom divine relic. Then the second one is the true prism, or vice versa if you're in a newer server. And then of course it comes down to perhaps the supreme dragon egg if you still don't have one of the true, rather two, I suppose, upgraded predations. So for example, true shot aura for events, because it's pretty friggin' sweet for events, or hero predation for your main dragon for PvP, and I think it's called Immortal Demise or something. And then after that could be a potential +6 rune. But then again, I think the valuing of this rune is extremely expensive than quite a few others. So, like, you are able to pretty much get a relic if you haven't unlocked it, and that's then huge value to even unlock it, because it takes what, 90 shards if you're using fragments, or a box from an event to unlock it, and then spend your fragments on it. So it would pretty much be saving like what, 50 shards or so. So that is like one of those achievements which I would be talking about. Aside from that, aside from the mythic rewards, I would go for the dragon blood. I would go for dragon tears or the cosmic materials. Anything else doesn't really pose too much value in my eyes, because it really costs too much. And it costs incredibly too much from what I kind of see here. So likely you have a choice between the Divine Relic, True Prism, perhaps +6 if you're really feeling snazzy about it, but I'm pretty certain this is very, very overpriced. And then of course you have Supreme Dragon X if you still don't have a dragon for PvE or PvP. Aside from that, the 4 new resources, and that's pretty much it. Any others don't really have that value. In terms of crafting, my god, I'm losing my voice. In terms of crafting, we have 9 choices. So, we have the scale and the branch. I would say this is very bad. I mean, we don't really need that many awakening stones. We're not getting potential potions that much yet. So, like, having 5 of them is still okay. And, you know, I don't know. I just don't see myself leveling quite a lot of heroes above 70 in the next half a year to a year. So if anybody is doing that, they're either pretty high up there in terms of spending already, or they don't really know what they're doing if they are even below my core power, and that is pretty much certain. So yeah, this is probably one of the worst ones that you could get. Then you have this one, which is kind of questionable. This is like 8 boxes right here. And then, of course, 12 million experience. So if you'd be doing this, you're likely be doing this for the experience, just straight up. And of course, a couple of these rewards, because the first tier, they don't really seem that well. Going further in, we have a greater relic box and 3 basic relic boxes. So generally, I'd say this is 50-50, right? This is a very low chance, or, well, it's still probably like 5, maybe 10, maybe 15% chance to get a heavenly relic. I got this once. As you can see, I have a snowflake at 1, and I got a purple relic from this. However, from these 3 basic relic boxes, I got 2 legendary and 1 purple. So literally, I lucked out so friggin' much that this one trade got me insane value, like insane value. So probably this one is not too shabby just because of the greater relic box, but we're known to even get majority of the purples if you have like 4 or 5 of these. So this is just so. Then of course we have new feature materials, which many of us might still need a little bit. And then of course we have 12 million experience, and of course they are using the water one and the branch of the previous one. So for example, this, if you're not getting this stuff, which is kind of pretty bad, you have this from this, which is also kind of pretty bad. So you're likely gonna be buying some of these. Then of course we have this. So in generic cases, I'd say this is extremely bad. But for new servers, they have a huge lack of dragon glass. So for new servers, the dragon glass is actually pretty friggin' sweet, because the dragon can just kill fields outright by itself, can I suppose tank more than half of the field and stuff like that. So in that circumstance, I could say this would be useful, but in 95% of other cases, this is goddamn useless as it is. So do keep in mind, this is probably even the worst one in there, because it also uses the snowflake, and you can use that for some other good stuff. And then of course starts the ones with the Stardust, which is very, very low chance of being able to be obtained. So let's see, what can we get? So the first one is a Supreme Dragon Egg and new material. So this is already one of the top rewards. So if you don't have a proper dragon with a Immortal Demise or Hero Predation, or if you don't have a True Shot Aura, this could be pretty friggin' useful, simply because of course it's giving new materials as well for your dragon. This would essentially be close to or +1 level depending on your current level of the dragon. Mine is 23, so I likely require, I think, 25, 27 or so of these for 1 level. But if people have like level 20 or below, I think this would be close to 1 level or so. Aside from that, we have Cosmic Materials. So this is also a new feature and also kind of useful. And these packs are known to more generously give legendary badges, to my knowledge. I'm not sure if higher than relic percentages, but I have gotten quite a bit of legendary badges myself from these. As well as they're giving sapphires, and as well as they're giving badge energy boxes. So this one, not too shabby as well, might trade it myself. And then we have the armory stuff. So if you're gonna be playing dice for free telescopes, this is probably not a very good pack to select. The reason for that is because majority of the armories are already maxed out, and quite a bit faster than you're actually getting, or rather, you are maxing it out faster than they're able to give you sets. So my furnace is level 8, I'm close to 2 million power in it. My main set is full level 60, and literally every single other piece is level 50. As you can see, this is also full level 50, and the swords will be level 50 whenever the dice comes out, because I have a ton more cast iron to spend. One moment, we just have to enter this. So yeah, likely you don't really want to trade that for the armory stuff, at least in my own opinion, because I think the other ones pose a lot more value. At the same time, if you don't like count with your dragon, by just getting this, you're pretty much getting resources to upgrade a dragon's ability to awaken, or infusing to get another blessed, because not all of these dragons come with blessed abilities. At least some of them can have 1 to 3 or 4 non-blessed abilities, which is kind of extremely unlucky if you get 4. And then the last pack is prisms. We're always gonna require prisms, so this is like an average reward or so. However, 5 rare enhanced prism crystals is actually pretty friggin' sweet and kind of a lot. So you might want to ponder which kind of reward you might want to select if you're gonna get some Stardust. Personally, my choice would go down to this, because again, I still don't have a dragon that I want. I want an Azure or a Jade Dragon with Immortal Demise, so until I get that, I'm likely just gonna go for some of these which would actually have some value, and this also kind of have some decent value. My Cosmic is decently upgraded, so this doesn't pose extreme value as say this one to me personally, but this could be a catch. And then of course this one as well. The only other thing you have to note is that this water resource is not in the craftables, so you have to be aware that you don't really want to go ham on this, otherwise you're gonna be wasting a ton of stuff. The other four, sure, like these three first and then Snowflake. This one, be careful not to grind this particular one. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, I suppose. I kind of talked about both of the events, gave my opinions, and of course the shops. There's probably gonna be a couple more events like the fireworks where you're gonna be able to get more telescopes, or there's just gonna be dice in the next 1 or 2 days where you would be able to get that more than say these spending events. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, do hit that subscribe button. It would help me out a lot. As well as if you wish to support me more than just watching my videos, I have made a Patreon page where you would be able to do just that. In return, I would be able to help you out more individually in terms of events, PvP, formations, and stuff like that. As well as I would like to thank all of my patrons for the support. I really appreciate it for your subscriptions. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Take care and stay safe out there.